In this video, we are going to animate a glass of water, and it looks something like this. The liquid inside a glass is moving, and that is what we are going to animate. As you can see on my working area, all I have are my text, the water, and the glass itself. So if you see my layers here, I have the water, I have the glass outline, and the text. So to begin with, first let me hide this water itself so we can create a new one from scratch. Okay, let me stop my animation by pressing my spacebar on the keyboard, and I'll just hide the water here and this one. So I'll just retain my glass and my text, and let me lock the layers so I won't be able to touch them, and this. So I'm gonna go to my pen tool and create the water. So I'll go to my pen tool and then go inside my glass outline and create a water shape. So I just pressed my shift on the keyboard to create a straight line, because if I don't do that and do this, I might create a jagged line. Well, let me go back and create the shape that I want. So go to our pen tool, and then on the top of the glass outline, let's create the shape of our water by holding down shift to create a straight line, and then here, there, and there. And then let's edit this to have a soft curve on the bottom area of the water. I'll go back to my pen tool and then long press my left mouse button, go to convert vertex tool, make sure that the icon changed, and then let's press this one to have a Bezier controller. And then let's go back to my selection tool, drag this along, and create a good nice shape for our water. Once we're satisfied, let's change the color of our water to color blue. Now I'll go to my shape layer 1 and then go to my fill, go to color, and change this one into light blue there, and hit OK. Let's change the name of this to water. There we go. And now for the animation. Let's lock this first. Let's go to our rectangle tool, because we are going to mask the water animation to our water shape layer. So to have a better understanding of it, let me just demonstrate it to you guys. I'll go to my rectangle tool and I'll make sure that I'm on the level of the water and drag this along. So it doesn't matter what color. So this is just a guide. The color doesn't matter. So let's rename this to water guide, and then we have to change the anchor point of our water guide, because currently the anchor point is at the middle and we don't want that. We want the anchor point to go here at the bottom of our water guide. So what we'll do is we will go to the anchor point and then make sure that we are selecting the layer 1. Then let's go back to the viewport, find the anchor point, and then select the anchor point. So I'm just using my left mouse button to select the anchor point, or by pressing Control on the keyboard and then left mouse button, and then let's drag the anchor point towards the bottom of layer 1. So we are doing this so that when we rescale the y-axis of the water guide, it will look like this. So I'll create a new one so you have an idea what I'm talking about. I'll create a new rectangle, and this is what we are trying to avoid. I'll go to the scale and then rescale this. See that? It's rescaling very weird, and that's not what we want. We want it to rescale in its appropriate position, like this one. Now for the animation part. So inside of water guide, let's go to contents, go to add, and let's look for the pucker and bloat. So inside pucker and bloat, as you can see, we can change what it looks like, but not too much, because it will look very weird on our animation. Just a very subtle one will do. So now let me move my timeline to, let's say, frame 10, and then I'll be animating this. When we press the spacebar on the keyboard, let's see what it looks like. Kind of looks weird. Don't worry, it won't look like that forever. Now let's go to our water and see if it's still there. Yes, it's still there. Now what we'll do is we're gonna use Trackmatte. If you don't see your Trackmatte, just go here in the toggle and switches mode. Just expand this It's the second icon on this three bottom icon on the left. Now what we will do is go to Trackmatte and make sure that the water is beneath the water guide and the water guide is above the water layer. Get it? If you don't, just review the video. So let's go to layer 2 and then Trackmatte. From none, we will change this to Alpha Matte and let's see what it looks like now. So the animation is very little. So we can change that by we can rescale this down to have a more evident look. We have created a very simple water animation on our glass of water or pint of glass. You guys might be wondering what is the Trackmatte. So I searched it over Google and it says that, to put it simply, a Trackmatte is a still image, video clip, graphic, piece of text or shape used to create a variable transparency in another layer within your motion graphic. The Trackmatte carves out a portion of a layer, exposing the layer beneath it. All you have to remember is that it carves out a portion of a layer to expose the layer beneath it. So what we did here was we really carved out a portion of the layer, because this one, the pink layer, is the guide of our layer 2. And it actually carved out a shape from layer 2. Well, anyway, thank you for watching the video and see you in the next one.